11th of April 2025. Hi guys, welcome to Red Dot Rants, the comedy and tragedy of living in Singapore. I've just returned home from the Philippines on Tuesday night, and on Wednesday night I had three very important visitors at my humble abode. They were As it was already 9:30 p.m, the visitors very considerately just dropped their cards and invited me to join their RC activities. How disappointing. I was expecting some prata for supper at least, maybe some apples or... I thought he was a lieutenant general. How come he became Encik? Even a fish for the next day's lunch.
Almost 380 fishes every day. Today is a very special day for Residents' Day is Block 701 to 710. Not only that we are giving a free care packs, but we are giving a fish to each of the household. We are given almost 380 fishes every day. And I hope you have a good time. And in Chinese, fish means that we have abundance in the year to come. 年年有余.
No wonder a great leader, our former president no less, famously said that if chicken is expensive, eat fish. It's free. Now we seem to have a crisis every time we go to the polls. During GE 2020, the crisis was of course COVID. Now this time, the crisis is Trump tariffs. On the 4th of April, PM Lawrence Wong warned that the United States' sweeping Liberation Day tariffs mark a seismic change in the global order, and in the ensuing slowdown, heavily trade-reliant Singapore will take a bigger hit than others. Really? Well, according to PM Wong, I quote, "The world is changing in ways that will disadvantage small open economies like Singapore. We are more ready than many other countries with our reserves, our cohesion, and our resolves." Unquote. Now, in conclusion, PM Wong wants Singaporeans to brace for more shocks to come, hopefully after the elections, and to be mentally prepared so that we are not caught off guard, probably after the elections. Quote again, "The road ahead will be harder, but if we stay resolute and united, Singapore will continue to hold its own in this troubled world." Unquote. Now, how worried should we be? That depends on which expert you choose to listen to. Goldman Sachs has updated its forecast and predicts a 65% chance of a recession. Likewise, JP Morgan predicts 60%, and they are holding on to that prediction in spite of the yo-yoing of the DJI and all that scoffing on Fox News. Janet Yellen, former Fed chief and now a renowned academic, is not giving Trump a passing grade for his handling of the economy, calling it the worst self-inflicted wound. However, chief economist at Milken Institute William Lee believes that tariffs may revitalize the economy. Here are some of the comments from US netizens. "The US needs to get back to total self-reliance. To hell with globalism." Next one, "Us Americans don't care anymore. America first." Next one, "When we in the US are going through this shit in the 90s and 2000s, no one cried for us. Now you know how it feels. Deal with it." Next one, "Thank God for Trump. America first." Next one, "Made in the USA, the most beautiful line." Next one, "President Trump should stay the course." Next one, "No one was upset when 90,000 of our factories were sent overseas. Detroit and Pennsylvania, many plants boarded up. Who cried for the American workers? No one." Are these folks not seeing the bigger picture like those of us who don't appreciate our trolley bags? There is obviously no consensus here. In fact, some people are even welcoming a recession to set certain things straight. Now, let me use this mayhem to illustrate a point. So what is Western media? A label that is often used negatively by certain individuals who think they are neutral and objective. Now, is it really the adversarial equivalent of China's 一言堂, as understood by the likes of Tan Kin Lian, Tay Keng Soon, and Jack Sim? No, it's the free press where you find different opinions, viewpoints, and perspectives. Sure, they make mistakes sometimes. Sure, they are biased. But here's the key. No single channel or platform can or will control or monopolize the narrative. Sinophiles get so triggered when China is being criticized, but I find it so ridiculous when these folks simplistically slap a label on Western media, saying that they are always out to denigrate their favorite country. You mean Western media doesn't make fun of Joe Biden? You mean Western media don't mock Donald Trump, the Clintons, the Obamas? You mean they don't criticize American policies? Look at what's reported on CNN now. Why are these folks so triggered by negative comments on the Chinese economy? Must they agree with CCP propaganda in order to be deemed respectful? Anything unfavorable about China? Yeah, Western media. I can read both sides in English and in Chinese. I find it mind-boggling that people who read English way better than they read Chinese, if at all, can be so misguided. Now, since the 1980s, businessman Donald Trump had advocated tariffs to eliminate the US trade deficit and promote domestic manufacturing, saying that the country was being ripped off by its trading partners. Thus, imposing tariffs became a major plank of his presidential campaign in 2017 and 2024. Nearly all economists who responded to surveys conducted by the Associated Press and Reuters believed that Trump's tariffs would do more harm than good to the American economy, and some economists advocated alternative means to address trade deficits with China. During his inaugural address on the 20th of January 2025, Donald Trump pledged to, I quote, immediately begin the overhaul of our trade system to protect American workers and families. Instead of taxing our citizens to enrich other countries, we will tariff and tax foreign countries to enrich our citizens. Unquote. Still, nobody was prepared for the seemingly drastic measures that Trump would take. On the 13th of February 2025, Trump directed his staff to research both monetary and non-monetary trade barriers imposed by other countries and to develop custom reciprocal tariffs for each one in order to counter and penalize them. In response, China's Ministry of Finance said this, I quote, "The United States' practice of escalating tariffs on China is a mistake on top of a mistake, which seriously infringes on China's legitimate rights and interests and seriously damages the rule-based multilateral trading system." 贼喊捉贼. Now, when this shop at Chinatown put out the sign, the video maker praised their guts. But let's not be fooled. It's just another move to 赠爱国流量. Barely a week had passed. Just 2 nights ago, while I was asleep after the 3 visitors had left, Trump made what seemed like a dramatic U-turn. Of course, that was not really a U-turn. It's a trick called 声东击西. one of the 36 dirty tricks from ancient China. Donald Trump gave China a taste of its own 36计. The target is now obvious, and the US has gained new allies, both eager and reluctant ones.
And I think we're going to do much better than that this time, because this time I'm doing what I want to do with respect to the tariffs. I think we're going to do much better. And don't let some of these politicians go around saying, because I'm telling you, these countries are calling us up, kissing my ass.
Where will all this bring us? Should we all be scared of the serious consequences mentioned by PM Wong? Should we be very scared? Well, our car buyers certainly don't seem too worried. Personally, I'm more afraid of strange characters turning up at my door late at night, dressed in white. That's all for you in this video. See you in the next one. Have a great weekend.